Eventually the Night Raiders begin assisting Nexus in a fight. I guess they figured out if you can't kill him, join him. But Dark Faust keeps showing up to ruin the fun. This is like being stuck in a Mortal Kombat game with no finishing moves. And a familiar face from Nagi's past begins stalking her. It's Mizorogi, the former deputy captain of the team who presumably died in a fire. That's odd. I had that same kind of haircut in my nightmare. Okay, let me guess. This guy is Faust, isn't he? What? He's gotta be. Look! Dark clothing, evil demeanor, henshin device. That is Faust. But... I know it! He is... But... Alright, Hal, if he's not Faust, who the hell is?
さっきも言っただろう。お前と出会ったから私は殺された。操り人間として利用されるために。
リコ。私はファウスト。光を飲み込む無限の闇だ。
Well, that's unexpected. Yes, Rico was actually Faust all along. Turns out she was just a cheap carbon copy of the real Rico, who Mizorogi killed some time ago. She's gonna be okay, right? Komon's gonna get a happy ending, right?
Rico. やだよ。やだよ、こんなの。リコ。リコ。
What you say? I love that show, and I hate that sketch. Komon slips into a deep depression after finding out his life is a lie. Meanwhile, we delve into Himea's past. Seems he has a dark past as well. Someone close to him died during his stint as a photojournalist in wartime. I'm not being heartless here, but this show is becoming way too depressing. My God, this is making Garo look like Pretty Guardian. By the way, I was half right. Mizorogi turns into a new enemy, Dark Mefesto. He gives Nexus even more trouble. But Komon gets over his loss and fights again. Himea is abducted and experimented on by the president of Tilt after refusing to join them. Turns out Himea can only be healed inside that ship that gave him his power. But Casper here says he may die if he keeps transforming. Himea doesn't listen and fights on anyway. Mizorogi leads the gang to the final fight. I hope. If it didn't work on Nexus, why do you think it would work on Mefesto? Idiots! Himea is out of commission and can't help them, but they learn they can give him a power boost by using their laser cannon on him. You buy that? Nexus revives, but sacrifices himself to finish Mefesto off once and for all. That's just great. No hero, no show. Now what are we gonna do? All seems lost, but there's a new Nexus that shows up just in time. The UFO, aka the Light, finds a new hero in young teen Rin Senju. A leather-clad loner and now a cocky teenager? How cliché can you get? Wait a minute, where have I seen that kid before? Oh God, Punch Hopper! Oh God, no. No emos, please. The show is becoming depressing enough already. Please, no emo. Yes, so Ren becomes the new Nexus and helps the team fight the beasts again. He gets a new form, a bow, and a blade. Man, Himea totally got screwed when he was Ultraman. He didn't get any of that cool stuff. He's being stalked by an MP named Mizo, who he takes a liking to, and some shady character with a camera.
Mizo! Mizo, 大丈夫か?
平気。
あいつ、今度見つけたら足腰立たないようにしてやる。
Whoa, watch the language, man. This is a kid's show, right? Turns out Ren and Illustrator have a history. It seems these two were involved in something called the Prometheus project, which engineers so-called perfect humans with ESP, faster reflexes, and the like. You decide what show that's ripping off, because I can count at least 3. Mizorogi resurfaces later with amnesia, but is arrested by Tilt. Some creepy voices give him his memories back and he breaks out. It seems he isn't evil anymore and wants to make amends for what he did, yet he still takes a hostage. The invisible leader of the beast takes over an MP named Misawa, who shoots him in the back and becomes another Mefesto. Must resist urge to make Tim Curry joke. Nexus shows up to stop him but is overpowered. But luckily Mizorogi becomes old Mefesto one more time to help Nexus win, even though he dies in the process. So we get a new Mefesto for 1 episode.
Isn't it all pointless?
Well, while this is all going on, the government is still trying to cover up the fights that over 1,000 people witnessed. This is just like Men in Black.
There's always an alien battle cruiser or a Carillion death ray or an intergalactic plague that's about to wipe out life on this miserable little planet. The only way these people get on with their happy lives is they do not know about it.
Tilt, refusing to leave well enough alone, abducts Ultraman again. Are we going in circles, or is this show stuck on repeat? The gang decides to get off their butts and finally revolt. Come on, Ren, we're busting you out. And just in time, because a giant snail and a 3-headed dog beast shows up to fight. Dude, did you just pile drive a Cerberus? Cool! Eventually, Ren reaches his limits and is separated from the light once and for all, right after barely defeating a big boss, which looks like Godzilla on steroids. Well, I guess this is the end. You fought well, man, but...
Kara-san.
Yada.
Dude, what the hell? My god, it's always the quiet ones. Yes, the quiet computer nerd was the big bad all along. This is proof, never trust a Sean Penn lookalike. Luckily, the light finds a new user, Nagi. Alright, I bet this badass chick is surely gonna...
お前の憎しみにシンクロした。結果、光や闇に変換される。
Or not. Now do you see why people can't think women can be the main character in Toku shows? He takes on his true form, Dark Zagi. Komon jumps in to save her and she gives him the power. Wait a second, how does that work? I thought only the light could choose who became Ultraman. Well, finally, it took 36 episodes, but Komon finally rises up and becomes Nexus. I could say he defeats Dark Zagi in a duel to the death, but it doesn't quite end that way. They actually pull a Disney of all things.
大丈夫。ウルトラマンは負けません。そうだよ。前にも新宿で悪い感じをやっつけてくれたもん。私も覚えてる。守ってもらった。
ウルトラマンは俺たちのために戦ってくれた。
People shouldn't forget Ultraman. Knowing about Ultraman and believing in him gives him his power. So Nexus finally defeats Dark Zagi and saves the day. Oh, and it turns out Himeya and Ren are alive and well. Well, all's well that ends well. Aside from that cliché ending, there are 2 episodes that deserve special mention. A director's cut of episode 29, and an extra episode taking place between episodes 31 and 32. Episode 29 deals with having amnesia, and how it's best not to remember some things. Episode 31.5 delves into a member of the Night Raiders' past. I won't ruin it for you, but it's rather emotional. Both of these shows have emotional endings, and I recommend you watch them if you plan to watch the entire series. Well, time for my pros and cons. It's interesting how the hero changes. Usually you're stuck with the same person to the end of the show, but Nexus has not one but 4 different heroes who wield the light, or Dunamists as they're labeled. The Night Raiders were not as useless as I thought they would be. Often the military doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell against monsters, but I liked how they helped Nexus win more often than get swatted down by the beasts. I have to admit, the twists in this show were pretty uncanny. I mean,
What a twist!
the show was too depressing at times. It did seem like someone was either dying or doubtful, and it could end up being a real downer. That damn beeping on Nexus. Who in their right mind thought that was a good idea? Couldn't it go from green to red or something? If I wanted to hear annoying beeping, I'd text. The stupid organization tilt. It's like they were trying to piss us off by sticking their nose in where it wasn't needed. They also kept abducting the hero and experimenting on him. Proof that governments are up to no good.
Because we want to know what we should do.
You guys do what you do best. Find something simple and complicated.
Damn right. One scene in particular I can't ignore. Mizo finally admits her feelings for Ren, and he tries to erase her mind with her own memory foam. Dude, a hot chick likes you and you're gonna make her forget you even exist? How emo can you get? Do you really love Kick Hopper that much? Well, final analysis. I'm gonna have to give this one a C-. Now that's without the extra episodes. If you count those, then it's a B-. The show is very different from any Ultraman show I've ever seen before. It's dark, lots of twists, and it keeps you guessing. Still, I wouldn't recommend it to a beginner.
You never must let my mom! Huh?
I don't know what I'm Easy Rider. And you can call me Mint Jelly because I'm on the lamb.
どうして昨日まではあんなに仲良しだったのにこんな風になるなんて想像もしてなかったよ気持ちは雲に覆われ
花火か